William Darrell. Bubba Wallace Jr. is an American professional stock car racing driver. He competes full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series, driving the No. 23 Toyota Camry for 2311 Racing, as well as part-time in the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, driving the No. 11 Toyota Tundra for Spencer Davis Motorsports. Wallace was previously a development driver in Toyota's driver development program, where he drove part-time for Joe Gibbs Racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and full-time for Kyle Busch Motorsports in the Truck Series. He then moved over to Ford and their driver development program and competed full-time for Roush Fenway Racing in the Xfinity Series. After competing in select Cup Series races for Richard Petty Motorsports in their famous No. 43 as an injury replacement for Iraq Almirola, Wallace became a full-time driver for RPM in the same car when Almirola left the team, which was his first full-time ride in the Cup Series. Wallace has been the only full-time African-American driver in NASCAR's 3 National Series each year he has competed in them. He is the only African-American driver to win more than once in any of these series, which has made him one of the most successful African-American drivers in the history of NASCAR. In addition, in June 2020, Wallace became known for his activism on racial justice in response to the murder of George Floyd and the subsequent Black Lives Matter protests, which led to NASCAR strengthening their actions and efforts in this area, highlighted by them banning the display of the Confederate flag at their tracks. Wallace started racing in the Bandolero and Legends Car Racing Series, as well as local late model events, at the age of 9. In 2005, he won 35 of the Bandolero Series' 48 races held that year. In 2008, he became the youngest driver to win at Franklin County Speedway in Virginia. In 2010, Wallace began competing in the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East, a regional and developmental series. Wallace drove for Reverend Racing as part of NASCAR's Drive for Diversity program, and was signed as a development driver for Joe Gibbs Racing. He won his very first race in the series, at Greenville-Pickens Speedway, becoming the youngest driver ever to win at the track. He was also the youngest, which began as the Busch North Series in 1987. He also won later in the year at Lee USA Speedway in New Hampshire, on his way to finishing third in series points and winning the Series Rookie of the Year award. He was the first African American to win the Rookie of the Year award in a NASCAR series. Wallace's 2011 season would see him winning 3 times, at Richmond International Raceway, Columbus Motor Speedway, and Dover International Speedway, and he finished second in points to Max Gresham. Wallace moved to race directly for Joe Gibbs Racing for the 2012 season, racing the entire K&N East Series season along with 4 to 6 selected races in the Nationwide Series. Wallace won the second East event of the year at Greenville-Pickens Speedway, his first win with JGR. In 2018, Wallace returned to K&N East at Watkins Glen driving the No. 27 Chevrolet for Jefferson Pitts Racing in order to provide him with extra road course seat time before the Cup Series race later that weekend. Wallace made his National Series debut in the Xfinity Series in late May, driving the No. $20 General Toyota for JGR at Iowa Speedway. He ran in the top 10 for most of the event, finishing 9th, after posting further top 10 finishes in his next 2 starts in the series. Wallace won his first career Nationwide Series pole at Dover International Speedway in late September. In 2014, he returned to the Nationwide Series for Joe Gibbs Racing in the No. 20, starting in May at Talladega Superspeedway, where he would finish 34th after being involved in the Big One while running 13th. He ran only one more nationwide race that year, at Daytona in July, with Coca-Cola's Share a Coke campaign sponsoring, where he would finish a strong 7th. Following the 2014 season, it was expected that Wallace would move up to the Xfinity Series with Joe Gibbs Racing in a full-time ride, with owner Joe Gibbs claiming they would have a big program for the young driver, after the team struggled to find sponsorship for more than 15 races. On December 8, 2014. Wallace announced he had been granted his request to leave JGR and seek other opportunities. Later, it was reported he had signed a deal to compete in the Xfinity Series for Roush Fenway Racing for 2015 with Chad Norris as his crew chief. On December 18, 2014, RFR officially announced that they had signed Wallace to compete full-time in the No. 6 Ford Mustang in 2015, with sponsors and crew members to be announced at a later date. On January 28, 2015, at NASCAR Media Day, it was announced that Wallace would drive the No. 6 Ford EcoBoost Mustang. Wallace started the season with a 12th place finish at Daytona and earned 14 top 10s to finish 7th in the final point standings.